Manifesto of the Communist Party, written by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, enumerates the 10 planks or objectives of communism. On page 48, the fifth plank reads, "Centralization of credit in the hands of the state by means of a national bank with state capital and an exclusive monopoly." In the United States of America, plans for this communist centralization of credit were carried out clandestinely on an otherwise unremarkable island off the coast of Georgia, known as Jekyll Island, at a J.P. Morgan estate in 1910. With the world's financial elite like Paul Warburg, Charles D. Norton, Benjamin Strong, Abraham Piatt Andrew, Frank Vanderlip, Henry P. Davison, and Senator Nelson Aldrich in attendance, some estimates say between 1/4 and 1/3 of the world's wealth at the time gathered at the Jekyll Island Club. Woodrow Wilson had agreed to sign the Federal Reserve Act, and with significant campaign sponsorship from the bankers, was elected president. On December 23, 1913, when much of Congress was home celebrating Christmas time with family, Senator Nelson Aldrich pushed through the third private central bank in American history, the Federal Reserve. Before it was settled by the Spanish, Jekyll Island was originally home to the Timucua tribe of northern Florida and southern Georgia. 17th century French explorer, soldier, trader, and colonial administrator Pierre Le Moyne d'Iberville, who is most well known for settling the colony of Louisiana, documented that the Timucua ritually their firstborn sons. According to Child in North America, author William Christie McLeod of the University of Pennsylvania writes, according to Le Moyne, who once witnessed the ceremony, the firstborn son is to the tribal chief. The initial part of the ceremony is carried out by the mother and her female relatives. The altar is a tree stump about 2 feet high and 2 thick. The mother merely squats before the altar, weeping. The female relatives dance about it, rejoicing. She who holds the child dances in the center, singing praise to the chief. Meantime, 6 Indians, apparently men being meant, stand to one side. One of these 6 is the officer, and he is decorated with some magnificence. The ceremony is ended when this officer steps to the altar, holds a club, and the child. The method of is not mentioned. The implication is that the are dashed out. In September 2008, a man named Tim Bentz claims to have been told by a Jekyll Island staff member that the Federal Reserve Act was authored in a house built directly above a Timucuan sacrifice altar.
And so I asked, I said, can you take me to this altar? I often pray over these things, and it's very beneficial for the land and for the country and for the people. Can I go to this altar and see it? He said, I can take you to the altar, but you can't see it. And I said, why can't I see it? Is it buried? He said, no, it's not buried, but it has a house built on top of it. I said, who would be crazy enough to build their house on top of a altar? He said, well, Rockefeller was. We go over there, and he's got the key, though, so we go into the house, and he takes me into the parlor, and he says, well, I know you're a praying guy, so you probably would like to have a little time to pray. He said, you're standing right on top of the altar right now. This is the room that is built on top of it. He said, I'm just going to go over here and sit down for a few minutes and read the newspaper, and I'll let you pray and do whatever you need to do. The room that they were sitting in when they drew up the the entire legislation and plan to pass it that became the Federal Reserve Act. So this was the conception of the Federal Reserve banking system on the parlors sitting on top of a altar. I'm going, this is not just a bunch of wealthy guys that got away for a vacation and came up with a profitable business plan. This has got something diabolical, something occultic about it, something evil